Our 2018 Masters of Ceremony, Haley Bajetti, Spencer Schrone, Chloe Kaiser, Sam Brown, Mia Benzinger, and Dallas Waters.
Let's get it started in here.
And the bass keeps running, running, and 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 running, running, and.
In this context, there's no disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme, you break your necks. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all intellect and let the rhythm affect. To lose the inhibition, follow your intuition, free your inner soul and break away from tradition. Cause when we be out, girl, it's pulling me down. You wouldn't believe that. Turn it till it's turned out. Act up from northwest, east side. Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Lose control.
For our first act, we have Barbara Macquarie and Mitchell Ulrich. Barbara Macquarie. Barbara's parents are Deborah and Chuck Macquarie. Barbara says her favorite pastime is spending time with friends and family. She also loved cheering with her best friends throughout the years. Her most memorable high school moment was all the back-to-school dances and prom. Barbara's plans after graduation are to attend college to become a teacher. She would like to thank all of her best friends for always being there to support her and motivate her to be the best she can be, also because they made these years so much more fun and memorable. Barbara's advice to incoming Ripon High freshmen is make the most out of every year and enjoy yourself while you're young and broke.
Mitchell Ulrich. Eric and Marty Ulrich are Mitchell's parents. Mitchell's most memorable high school moments were Thursday night team dinners with all his football brothers. Playing video games and watching movies is what Mitchell loves to do in his pastime. Mitchell would like to thank his parents and friends for supporting him and encouraging him, especially when things got tough. After graduation, Mitchell would continue his education at the Pacific University in Oregon and play football. His advice to incoming high school students is to control your experiences in high school, so make it a good one. Mitchell is modeling a tuxedo for Mussini's.
In it.
All right, dig it. Come on. Cool and at a bar, and I'm looking for some action. But like Mick Jagger said, I can't get no satisfaction. The girls are all around, but none of them wanna get with me. My threads are fresh and I'm looking deaf. Yo, what's up with LOC? The girls is all jocking at the other end of the bar, having drinks with some no-name chump when they know that I'm a star. So I got him strolled over to the other side of the cantina. I asked the guy why he's so fly. He said, Funky Cole Medina.
Next up, we have Cyan McKibben and Kennedy Calderon. Cyan McKibben. Jennifer Bowden is Cyan's parent. Cyan says her most memorable moment in high school was going to prom her sophomore year with her best friends. Reading or jamming out to music in the car with her friends is her favorite pastime. Cyan would like to thank Miss Vacher for always helping her stay out of trouble and for always being there when it was most important. After graduation, Cyan plans to move to Washington and attend Everett Community College and then transfer into the nursing program at the University of Washington to become a pediatric oncology nurse. Cyan's advice to new Ripon Indians is make sure you make the most out of your time at Ripon High. It's gone in a flash, and it's better to look back at the memories made than to say you wish you had made memories.
Kennedy Calderon. Victoria Calderon is Kennedy's parent. Kennedy would like to thank his sister, Jane Lee Calderon, for all her love and support throughout his high school years. His most memorable high school moment was playing any sport because he liked the competition. He enjoys going to the gym, running, and hanging out with friends as his favorite pastime. Kennedy's advice to new Ripon High students is to stay on top of your grades. Kennedy is wearing a tuxedo donated by Vito's.
All the pretty girls stand up. All the pretty boys stand up.
Pretty boys in the building.
This right here is my sway. All the girls are on me, sway. Everybody pay attention. This right here is my pretty boy sway. Pretty boy sway. Pretty boy sway. Pretty boy sway. Girls on my pretty boy sway. Girl, scream my name when I pretty boy sway. Watch me, pretty boy sway. Pretty boy sway. Pretty boy sway. Pretty boy sway. Girls on my when I pretty boy sway. Girl, scream my name when I pretty boy sway.
Soldier.
Get out the way.
Next up, we have Taylor Werner and Carlos Candido. Taylor Werner. Kevin and Stacy Werner are Taylor's parents. Taylor's most memorable high school moment was playing volleyball her senior year. Her favorite pastime is coaching gymnastics. After graduation, Taylor plans on attending college and hopes to become a nurse. She would like to thank her family for always pushing her to be the best person she can be and always supporting her no matter what. Taylor's advice to incoming Ripon Indians is don't be afraid to go outside your comfort zone. You only have 4 years of high school and it goes by quicker than you can imagine.
Carlos Candido. Liz and Dan Gall is Carlos's parents. Carlos says his plans after graduation are to go to Delta College and to study law enforcement. He says his most memorable moments in high school have been hanging out snowboarding with his group of friends and asked who he would like to thank for their support through high school and why. Carlos replied, "I would like to thank my mom because she and pushes me to do better." His advice to incoming freshmen is to be yourself. Carlos is wearing a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round. She said, let's go.
In the club with my homies, tryna get a little VI. Put it down on the low key. She know how it is. I saw the shorty, she was checking up on me. From the game, she was spitting in my ear. You would think that she knew me. Decided to cheat. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow.
Next up, we have Samantha Allen and Dillon Sexton. Samantha Allen. Alyssa and Greg Allen are Samantha's parents. Samantha's favorite pastime is spending time with family and her close friends. She says her most memorable high school moment was winning Best Dressed at her junior prom. Samantha would like to thank her mother and grandmother for their endless support and guidance, as well as Miss Vacher for always motivating her to be the best. After graduation, she plans on attending a 4-year university where she will major in communications in preparations for law school. Samantha's advice to incoming Ripon High students is do your best to step out of your comfort zone and savor all the new experiences ahead to the fullest extent.
Dillon Sexton. Michael Sexton and Jennifer Marshall are Dillon's parents. Dillon's favorite pastime has been playing sports and fishing with friends. He says his most memorable high school moment was beating Escalon on senior night in football. After graduation, he would like to continue his education and see where it takes him. Dillon would like to thank his friends and coaches for turning him into the person he is today. His advice to incoming high school freshmen is high school is only as fun as you make it. Live in the moment and have no regrets. You only go to high school once. Dillon is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Next up, we have Seneca Rubianis and Roberto Hernandez. Seneca Rubianis. David and Felicia Rubianis are Seneca's parents. Seneca's most memorable high school moment was speeding through the leadership reaction and obstacle courses at JROTC camp with my squad and showing her secret ninja skills. Her favorite pastime is learning new skills like trapeze, silks, surreal, slacklining, and acro yoga. Seneca would like to thank her parents for their unwavering love throughout her high school career because they have supported her in everything from academics to acrobatics. After graduation, she plans to attend a 4-year university in California and study science and art. Seneca's advice to incoming Ripon High students is to explore many interests, be confident in themselves, and be a light to their peers by reaching out to new people and building them up.
Roberto Hernandez. Sherry Hernandez is Roberto's mom. Roberto's most memorable high school moment was hiking up to Cleo's bath in Pinecrest with his best friends. When asked, "What are your plans after graduation?" he said, "I plan on attending the University of Nevada, Reno, then commissioning as an officer in the Army through the JRTC program." Roberto would like to thank his parents, siblings, and all his friends he has made throughout the past few years. His advice to incoming Ripon High freshmen is high school is only as positive as you make it. Be involved with the high school and help the community whenever you can. You would be surprised what you can learn from the little bit of selfless work. Roberto is wearing a tuxedo donated by Men's Warehouse.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it.
Next up, we have Kayla Jacklich and Josh Veldkamp. Kayla Jacklich. Jill Jacklich is Kayla's parent. When asked what was your most memorable high school moment, she said, "I don't have a favorite memory because all the little memories add up to the big picture." Although homecoming week was one that was pretty memorable. Kayla's favorite pastime is getting involved in the community and going on trips with her girls. After graduation, Kayla plans to pursue a career in nursing and running cross country and track. Kayla would like to thank all of Ripon High School staff and her past coaches for being supportive and caring throughout her 4 years here. Her advice to incoming Ripon High students is never hold back despite your situation. Just simply be kind to everyone.
Joshua Veldkamp. Leanne and Ed Veldkamp are Joshua's parents. Joshua's favorite pastime is hanging out with his friends and making memories with those close to him. When asked what is his favorite memorable moment in high school, he said, "When I broke the record for the school pole vaulting." Joshua's plans after graduation are to attend MJC, complete general education, then go to transfer to a 4-year college and study computer engineering. He would like to thank Miss Pendleton for always staying positive and being a good role model every day and supporting him through high school. Joshua's advice to incoming high school students is to not let the fear of what others may say get in the way of doing what makes you happy. But most importantly, what's right and best for your future. Joshua is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling, so just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop.
Next up, we have Michaela Rodriguez and Ryan McDonagh. Michaela Rodriguez. Chad and Marie Van Dyken are Michaela's parents. Her most memorable high school moment was her freshman year on the competition team. She was so nervous that during the regional competition routine, she forgot where her spot was and was late to hold up the sign. It was so embarrassing. Michaela says her favorite pastime would have to be binge watching worthy TV shows on Netflix. She would like to thank Miss Ochoa because she was always there for her and always knew when something was wrong. She was her go-to person when she was having a bad day. She was glad to have her as a teacher. Michaela plans on attending CSU Stanislaus to study clinical psychology. Her advice to incoming Ripon Indians is get involved and make high school as memorable as possible. It really goes by so fast, and you never know what you're going to miss.
Ryan McDonagh. Lori and Mark McDonagh are Ryan's parents. When asked what Ryan's favorite pastime is, he says trying new and interesting coffee shops with Abbi Kissee. Ryan would like to thank Miss Marino and Mr. Patterson because they have always been there to offer their advice and support through his 4 years in FFA. His most memorable moment in high school was calling 911 because he thought there was someone in his truck, but it turned out to be a jacket, not a murderer. Ryan plans after graduation is to attend Fresno State to study agriculture education to become a high school FFA advisor. His advice to incoming Ripon High freshmen is to learn to walk the line between respecting your teachers and standing up for yourself. Ryan is wearing a tuxedo donated by Men's Warehouse.
Supply
Next up, we have Jaslina Herrera and Jonathan Williams. Jaslina Herrera. Jaslina's parents are Deanna Christensen and Juan Herrera. Her plans after graduation are to attend Arizona State University and become a nurse practitioner. When asked what your most memorable moment in high school, she said going to prom her junior year and getting down on the dance floor. Jaslina's favorite pastime is going on spontaneous trips with her friends. She would like to thank her friends for always being there for her and for always being down for an adventure and for living life with her to the fullest. Jaslina's advice to incoming RHS freshmen is live your life to the fullest, don't listen to the criticism of others, who cares what they think.
Jonathan Williams. Loretta Peavy is Jonathan's parent. Jonathan's most memorable high school moment has been his welding class. He says his favorite pastime is just driving around. Jonathan plans on becoming an engineer after he graduates. When asked who he would like to thank for their support through his high school career, he says his mom, because she has supported him through everything that he has ever done. Jonathan's advice to incoming high school students is to put as much effort into your schoolwork as you can and take pride in what you do. Jonathan is wearing a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Next up, we have Kayla Hutto and Austin Matthews. Kayla Hutto. Caroline and Brian Hutto are Kayla's parents. One of Kayla's favorite pastimes is to read. She says her most memorable high school moment was core camp her sophomore year. After graduation, Kayla plans to continue her education in college. Kayla would like to thank Morty for her support throughout her high school career. Morty has always been there to debate and talk whenever she needed it, and she has graciously tolerated her even with her moody attitude. Her advice to incoming RHS freshmen is it's better to be yourself than a copy of everyone else. Have fun and learn to be comfortable in your own skin, but most of all, don't ruin your GPA. Work hard your freshman year.
Austin Matthews. Lauren and Michael Matthews are Austin's parents. After graduation, Austin says he plans to go to college, get married, retire, and live happily ever after. Austin says his most memorable moment from high school was meeting you, the audience. He loves you. He says his favorite pastime has been tearing up the waves with his bros down at the boardwalk, munching on rock candy, and slinging wisecracks with the gang down at the pizza joint. Austin would like to thank all his friends for their support throughout high school. His advice to incoming RHS students is to take it easy, dude, but take it. Austin is modeling a tuxedo donated by Men's Warehouse.
Wicked wild, wild. Wicked wild, wicked wild, wicked wild, wild west. Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. None of this. Six gunning this, brother running this. Buffalo Soldier. Look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meet Jim West. Roughneck, so go check the lawn and buy. Watch your step or flex and get a hole in your side. Swallow your pride. Don't let your lip react. You don't wanna see my hand where my hip be at. With Artemis from the start of this, running the game. James West, taming the West. So remember the name. Now who you gonna call? Not the GB. Now who you gonna call? Shane W.G. If you ever riff with people wanna bust, break out before you get bum rushed at the Wild Wild West. When I roll into the
And that would conclude Act 1.
Okay, to start off the second act, we have Savannah Clark and Trent Haas. Savannah Clark. Savannah's parents are Will and Elaine Clark. Her most memorable high school moment was winning the league championship with her undefeated varsity basketball team her sophomore year. Savannah's favorite pastime was to play basketball and mess around with the guitar and piano. Her plans after graduation is to attend a four-year university. Savannah would like to thank Mr. Mussman for his support because he acted as both her favorite teacher and her counselor. Her advice to incoming RHS students is don't be afraid to get involved and be friends with your teachers.
Trent Haas. Kevin and Heidi Haas are Trent's parents. When asked what his favorite pastime is, he said fishing, golfing, and hanging out with the boys. Trent's most memorable high school moment was beating Escalon 32-14 in football on our senior night, and the last time we played on our home field. His plans after graduation are to attend a four-year college to pursue a business degree. Trent would like to thank his parents for their understanding, support, and allowing him to walk his own path in life. His advice to incoming Ripon High students is high school is what you make of it, so have fun, make friends, and don't be afraid to get into a little trouble. Trent is wearing a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Been working so hard, I'm punching my card. 8 hours for what? Oh, tell me what I got this feeling that time's still holding me down. I hate the ceiling, or else I'll tear up this time. Tonight I gotta cut loose, put loose, get off the Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, pull me up to my knees. Jack, get back, come on before we crack. Lose, don't lose, everybody come for loose.
Our next couple is Michaela Heinrichsen and Griffin Brow. Michaela Heinrichsen. Chad and Bien Heinrichsen are Michaela's parents. Michaela says her most memorable high school moment was performing for the first time at the annual RHS talent show. Her favorite pastime is photography and writing. Michaela would like to thank her family for their endless amount of love and support for her. She would also like to thank her friends who showed her compassion and respect, and the teachers and coaches who took the time to invest in her, not only as a student, but as a person. After graduation, she plans on pursuing a nursing degree and minoring in journalism, hoping to someday travel and not only help people medically, but give them a voice with her writing. Michaela's advice to incoming RHS freshmen is to be unconditionally kind, is to be courageous and bold.
Griffin Brow. Dave and Debbie Brow are Griffin's parents. Griffin says his favorite pastime is spending time with his friends, whether we are just hanging out or playing video games. His most memorable moment in high school was receiving the Good Guy Award his sophomore year, as it showed that everyone thought of him as an all-around decent person. Griffin would like to thank all of his friends and family for helping shape him into the person he is today. He is extremely grateful for all of the sacrifices they have made for him. He plans after graduation to attend a four-year university and attain his degree in mechanical engineering. His advice to an incoming RHS student would be to try to make the most of high school because it goes by faster than you think. Griffin is wearing a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Our next couple is Julia Diaz and Cole Miller. Julia Diaz. Margarito and Jesse Diaz are Julia's parents. After graduation, Julia plans to attend a college to further her education. Julia's most memorable high school moment was going to prom. Her favorite pastimes has always been hanging out with all 4 of her animals. She would like to thank her parents and her boyfriend for all their support because they all have encouraged her to do her best and to always try her hardest. Julia's advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to find your individuality and to stand up to bullies.
Cole Miller. Tracy Miller is Cole's parent. Cole says his favorite pastime is working at McDonald's and playing video games with friends. Freshman year football was his most memorable high school moment because it was how he met all of his friends he has today. After graduation, he plans to go to college to become a nurse practitioner, move into his own house, and marry Julia Diaz. Cole would like to thank his mom and dad because they have given him the world and he wouldn't be the person he is today if it wasn't for them. His advice to incoming Ripon High students is do not listen to others who try to bring you down because once you are out of high school, you'll realize nothing they said really mattered. Cole is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
You need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
Remember the day I set you free? I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow.
'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
Next pair is Mackenzie and Michael Winters. Mackenzie and Michael's parents are Nina and David Winters. Mackenzie says her most memorable high school moment is placing 6th in the TVL for cross-country senior year. She says that hanging out with family and friends is her favorite pastime. Mackenzie would like to thank her parents because they have supported her in everything she has done, not only in high school, but all her life. She says she is most thankful for them. She would also like to thank her coaches, Mr. Calkins and Senora McPherson, for being people she can always go to throughout her high school years. After graduation, Mackenzie plans on attending Delta Junior College to get her 2-year degree, then transferring to UOP. Mackenzie's advice to incoming Ripon Indians is try new things even if it's something you never thought you could do, because you may end up surprising yourself.
Mackenzie's younger brother, by 60 seconds, Michael, says his favorite pastime has always been fishing and hunting. His most memorable high school moment was all of the bus rides home with his teammates after all these sporting events. His plans after graduation are to earn an AA at Delta JC, and then he would like to transfer to University of Nevada, Reno. Michael would like to thank all of his teachers and coaches that helped shape who he is today. He would also like to thank his mom, Nina, for putting up with him and being there whenever he needs her. His advice to incoming RHS students is don't care what people think, do what you want to do. Life is too short to stress about the small stuff. Michael is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Our next couple is Michaela Bowie and Sid Gall. Michaela Bowie. Michaela is the daughter of Steve and Denise Overweg. Her favorite pastime is playing volleyball and hanging out with her friends. Michaela says her most memorable high school moment was winning the section title for volleyball her junior year. Her plans after graduation is to attend Grand Canyon University in Arizona. Michaela would like to thank her parents, coaches, and teachers for all their support throughout her high school career. Her advice to incoming Ripon High students is cherish the time you have in high school and get as involved as you can because it really does go by fast.
Sid Gall. Stephanie Bailey and Dan Gall are Sid's parents. Sid says his favorite pastime in high school was hanging out with his friends and sleeping. What his most memorable moment in high school was playing football and being with his teammates on the field every Friday night. When asked what Sid plans on doing after high school, he says he is interested in either joining the military, going to a trade school, or finding a full-time job and making money. Sid's advice to new Ripon High students is don't be tardy to any classes, unless you want to spend a lot of quality time with Mr. Ramirez and Mrs. Paredes. He would highly recommend not doing that. Sid would like to thank Mrs. Geist and Miss Meyer for their support in helping him get to where he is today. But most of all, he would like to thank his mother because she has put up with him and all of his shenanigans throughout his high school, and she still loves him. Sid is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's. Our next couple is Chloe Winter and Riley Machado. Chloe Winter. Chloe's parents are Dawn and Debbie Winter. Her favorite pastime is being involved in sports and spending time with her friends. After graduation, Chloe wants to study marine biology in Southern California. Her most memorable high school moments were all the school activities that came with being on homecoming court. Chloe would like to thank her parents and everyone else who encouraged her to do her best. Her advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to get as involved as you can. High school is so much more fun when you are doing something and having a fun time with friends. Riley Machado. Riley's parents are Richard Machado and Kathy Machado. After graduation, Riley plans on attending college to study business. His favorite pastime is spending time with all of his friends as well as playing sports. Riley says his most memorable moment from high school is the experience of being on homecoming court with some of his closest friends. He would like to thank his mother and brother, Randy, for being his biggest supporters and best friends, and for always having his back no matter what. Riley's advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to make the most of your time in high school and make sure you go out and do things to make great memories. Riley is wearing a tuxedo donated by Vito's.
Next pair is Sarah Thompson and Daniel Pankey. Sarah Thompson. April Thompson is Sarah's parent. Sarah says her favorite pastime is spending time with the people she loves. After graduation, Sarah plans on attending Brigham Young University and possibly majoring in chemistry. Sarah's most memorable high school moment was going up to see the football game at Bear River and driving an hour in the wrong direction. She says they had to turn around, but thankfully made it in time for the third quarter to start. She would like to thank her mom for always working hard to support her teachers for teaching her invaluable life lessons, and friends for always brightening her days. Sarah's advice to incoming Ripon High students is work hard now, but remember to take time to relax and be happy. Don't stress about the little things and make high school a good memory.
Daniel Pankey. Diane and Doug Pankey are Daniel's parents. Daniel says his most memorable high school moment would have to be this year's football games with the students visiting from Japan. His favorite pastime is just hanging out or playing video games with his friends. Daniel would like to thank Mr. Derrick for his support throughout his high school experience. He always gave him the tools and motivation to succeed, not only in high school, but in everyday life and for his future. After graduation, he plans on going to the University of Nebraska to study computer engineering and work in robotics. Daniel's advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to take a breath, relax, and make the most of it. Go to all the extracurricular activities and meet new people. Do not hold yourself back. Daniel is wearing a tuxedo donated by Vito's.
Here is Sierra Silva and Matt Hicks. Sierra Silva. Sierra's parents are Paul and Gwen Silva. After graduation, Sierra plans to go to college in California and major in something she loves, which will turn into a career for her future. Sierra's favorite pastime has been to play softball, shop with her friends, and drink lots of boba. Her most memorable high school moment was being a part of homecoming court with some of her closest friends. Sierra would like to thank her family and friends for always being supportive in the decisions she has made and for always cheering her on. She says she loves you all. Her advice to incoming Ripon Indians is don't care what others think of you and be happy.
Matt Hicks. Carrie Hicks is Matt's parent. Matt's most memorable high school moment has been making tons of memories with all of his friends. He says his favorite pastime is fishing. Matt would like to thank Mike Sexton for always being there for him and being a great role model. After graduation, Matt plans on attending Sacramento State, where he will be studying law enforcement to become a police officer. His advice to new Ripon High students is to be yourself and always have fun. Matt is wearing a tuxedo donated by Vito's.
Our next couple is Katie Kaiser and Eric Jaquez. Katie Kaiser. Katie's parents are Tom Kaiser and Patty Van Buren. After graduation, Katie plans on attending a 4-year college and major in liberal arts to become a teacher. Her favorite pastime is playing basketball, hanging out with her family, and listening to music. Katie's most memorable high school moment was seeing her brother around campus when she was a freshman or playing sports she loves. She would like to thank her parents for always pushing her to be the best she can be and supporting her through hard times and always making the best out of every situation. Katie's advice to incoming Ripon Indians is always be yourself, to stand up for yourself in what you believe in, and make sure to remind yourself it's okay to be different.
Eric Jaquez. Eric is the son of Rudy and Nicole Jaquez. Eric says his favorite pastime has been going on spontaneous trips with his friends or just kicking it with them. His most memorable high school moment was going undefeated in baseball and winning the varsity TVL championship his sophomore year. When asked who he would like to thank for their support through high school, Eric says, "All of my friends have really helped me come out of my shell and figure out who I am." Eric plans on attending Chico State and studying kinesiology. His advice to new Ripon High students is don't take freshman year as a joke. It's a big year that can take a toll on your GPA. Eric is wearing a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Fall through the chop shop, take a deep breath and exhale. Your ex-male friend, boyfriend was boring as hell, but let me listen to the story you tell, and we can make moves like a person in jail. On the low, I like the way you move. I like the way you move. Ooh, I love the way you move. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way you move. I love the way you move. Ooh, I love the way you move. I love the way, I love the way. Hey, baby, girl, don't you stop it. Come on, lady, dance all around me. You look so fine, so fine, so fine, driving me out of my mind. Oh, baby, if I could, I would just be with you.
This concludes Act 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first act for act number 3 is Amanda Wesley and Zachary Angel. Amanda Wesley. Donnell Wesley is Mandy's parent. She says her favorite pastime is playing tennis and seeing movies with friends. Mandy's most memorable high school moment has been having team dinners after home tennis matches. She would like to thank Mr. Mayfield for giving her constant support, resources, and motivation to become the best student and team player she could be. After graduation, she plans to attend a 4-year university and study graphic design and communications. Mandy's advice to incoming RHS students is to do well in all your classes because receiving a finals pass is so worth it.
Zachary Angel. Zachary's parents are Wendy and Louis Angel. Being on homecoming court with his best friends was Zachary's most memorable high school moment. He says his favorite pastime is kicking it with his best friends, and he likes to go fishing too. After graduation, Zachary plans on attending UCLA or Cal Poly to study business. Zachary wants to thank his parents Wendy and Louis Angel for all their support through his high school career and life. His advice for incoming Ripon Indians is to be as involved as you can. High school goes by so fast and you don't want to regret not making a ton of memories. Zachary is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. You say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch.
For our next act, we have Kristen King and Benson Poli. Kristen King. Manuel and Kathy King are Kristen's parents. Kristen says her most memorable high school moment was when she transferred to Ripon High halfway through her junior year. She enjoys doing anything outdoors as her favorite pastime. After graduation, Kristen plans on attending MJC for 2 years, then transferring to a 4-year college. Kristen would like to thank her parents for always being there and putting her happiness and education first. Her advice to incoming freshmen is don't let anyone's opinion of you matter. As long as you're happy, don't let anyone else take that away from you.
Benson Poli. Benson is the son of Juliana Akiona. His favorite high school moment was when he played basketball with the Japanese foreign exchange students. Benson says his favorite pastime has been taking long walks on the beach, eating gummy bears, and of course playing any sport. After graduation, Benson would like to follow his dreams of becoming an optometrist. Benson would like to thank his sister for all her support throughout his high school career. She has been the one who has made sure that he does his homework and gets good grades. His advice to incoming Ripon Indians is don't be afraid to fail, be afraid of not trying. Benson is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
It hurts, and I am too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan. And I am too sexy for your...
Next up, we have Samantha Howdigi and Jordan Campa. Samantha Howdigi. Alicia Howdigi is Samantha's parent. Samantha plans on attending MJC right after graduation, where she plans on completing her 2-year degree and then transferring to Stanislaus State, where she plans on pursuing her degree and becoming a teacher. In her pastime, she likes to do makeup, travel, and work. Her most memorable high school moment has been being a teacher's assistant to Mrs. Ochoa and realizing that it was the exact career path that she wants to pursue. Samantha would like to thank her mother, Alicia, for her unconditional love and support. She has always believed in her, and Samantha strives to make her proud. Her advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to get involved in everything.
Jordan Campa. Jordan is the son of Jesus and Lorraine Campa. When asked what his most memorable moment in high school was, Jordan says getting to know new friends and becoming closer with the ones he already had. His favorite pastime was sophomore year with Miss Meyer in the theater class. He would like to thank his parents, Miss Meyer and Miss Ochoa, for all their support throughout high school because without them, he wouldn't have made it through it. After graduation, Jordan plans to attend a JC for general education and then transfer to a program to study radiology. The advice that Jordan would like to give incoming RHS students is to not procrastinate, be on time to class, and join the tribe. Jordan is modeling a tuxedo by Vito's.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. This is how we do it. La, 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 la. This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. Hit the
Up next is Shay Furtado and Michael Perdue. Shay Furtado. Jeff and Katie Furtado are Shay's parents. Shay's most memorable high school moment was driving in the tying run with a double and then scoring the winning run in the last inning to win sections her sophomore year in softball. Her favorite pastime is spending time with her friends and exploring new places. After graduation, she plans on attending San Jose State, where she will play softball and major in psychology. Shay would like to thank her family and friends for the endless love as well as her support. All their encouragement has strengthened her confidence to challenge herself and pursue her goals. Her advice to incoming Ripon High students is to not be afraid to meet new people and try new things.
Michael Perdue. Mike and Amy Perdue are Michael's parents. Michael says after graduation, he plans to go to college to pursue a career in nursing. Michael, making music with his friends has always been his favorite pastime throughout high school. When asked what his most memorable moment in high school was, Michael says asking Shay out on our first date. He would like to thank his parents and Mr. Ramirez for always being there whenever he needed someone to talk to about life and issues. Michael's advice to incoming freshmen is to remember to be yourself no matter what people think of you. Michael is wearing a tuxedo donated by Vito's.
Where did you come from, baby? And ooh, won't you take me there? Got away, won't you, baby? Tenderoni, you got to be. Spark my need, just sugar fly with me. Don't you know now is the perfect time? We can make it right in the city lights. When the night is the love and pain. Let me take it to the max. I want to love you. Pretty young thing, you need some loving. Then a love and care, and I'll take it there. Girl, I want to love you. Pretty young thing, you need some loving. Then a love and care, and I'll take you there.
Our next act is Gianna Velez and Kyle Sisk. Gianna Velez. Gianna's parents are Jorge and Joanne Velez. Gianna's most memorable high school moment was when her dad came home from Afghanistan during her freshman year and surprised her at the homecoming game. Her favorite pastime is spending time with her friends and cheering. Gianna would like to thank her parents for always being her #1 fans and pushing her to be the best she could be. After graduation, Gianna plans on attending a 4-year university and becoming a teacher. Her advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to participate in as many activities as you can because it really does go by faster than you think.
Kyle Sisk. Chad and Brittany Sisk are Kyle's parents. After graduation, Kyle plans on playing basketball for a college somewhere. When asked what his most memorable moment in high school was, he said playing against Hillmar High School last year for basketball when he made 7 3-point shots during the game. Hanging out with his friends is what he enjoys doing as a pastime. Kyle would like to thank his parents and friends for all the help and guidance in making the decisions he has made during his high school years. Kyle's advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to be a part of as many things as possible and enjoy everything high school has to offer. Kyle is wearing a tuxedo donated by Men's Warehouse.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right.
On time.
It's tricky.
Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave real early.
These girls are really sleazy. All they just say is please me or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy.
It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky.
How is it, babe?
It's tricky. It's tricky to
Our next act is Maya Perez and James Galswick. Maya Perez. Maya is the daughter of Robert and Sarah Perez. She plans on going to college after graduation to pursue a career in nursing. Maya says her favorite pastime is cheerleading and spending time with her best friends. Her most memorable high school moment was going to her first national competition in Anaheim her freshman year. Maya would like to thank Mrs. Vache because she always gave great advice on school, cheer, and even how to have a better look on life. She's the strongest person she knows. Her advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to get involved in clubs, activities, and sports. Get out of your comfort zone and make memories while you're young. High school goes by much quicker than you'd expect, so make it last.
James Galswick. John and Kathy Galswick are James' parents. When asked what his most memorable moments were in high school, he says playing football, especially the Escalon football game. After graduation, James plans on going to a JC or a trade school. James would like to thank his family because they are always there through the stressful times of his high school. He says his favorite pastime has been to play video games with his friends. His advice to incoming freshmen is, don't get your desk flipped by Mr. Calkins. James is wearing a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Next up is Desiree Cruz Sampson and Austin Olmos. Desiree Cruz Sampson. Gloria Sampson is Desiree's parent. Desiree's favorite pastime is playing with her dog or hanging out with friends. She would like to thank her mom and sister because they showed her unconditional love, her best friends because they stood by her through it all, and her teachers because they never stopped pushing her to be better and never gave up on her. After graduation, she plans on attending CSU Stanislaus to major in business and minor in political science. Desiree's most memorable high school moment was receiving the opportunity to compete in Florida her freshman year for drill nationals. Her advice to incoming Ripon High students is be bold, be brave, and be yourself. Never falter.
Austin Olmos. Isabel and Scott Kretz are Austin's parents. Austin says his most memorable high school moment was the day that the Japanese exchange students came and he was given the task to introduce himself to all the students and ask them if they had to use the restroom. His favorite pastime is getting to talk to people by playing online video games. Austin would like to thank everyone who he has gotten to know throughout his years at Ripon High and his interactions with all, both inside and outside the classroom. After graduation, he plans on living life to the fullest. His advice to incoming Ripon Indians is it is better to live and love all than hate anyone and get caught up in the hate. Austin is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Jazzy Fizzle production. Missy, the princess is here. Sierra.
This beat is automatic, supersonic, hip just so contagious, make you crave it. Jazzy made it. So retarded, top charted. Ever since the day I started, strip my stuff and yes, I flaunt it. Good as
Our next couple is Ashley Gomez and Brandon States. Ashley Gomez. Ashley's parents are Gina Brocchini and Aaron Gomez. Ashley's favorite pastimes are working out, playing guitar, singing, drawing, and reading Harry Potter. Her most memorable high school moment was keeping stats for the varsity football team for 2 years and yelling at the refs and the players. After graduation, Ashley plans to attend Boise State University and major in kinesiology. While there, she will also be cheering. Ashley would like to thank her parents for pushing her to do better, her teachers for teaching her more than just math, history, and science, her grandparents for their support throughout life, and her cousins for putting up with her craziness. Her advice to New Ripon Indians is don't take the next 4 years for granted. They really do fly by. Have friends from all corners of the high school. Try something new at least once. And finally, don't be afraid of your teachers. But if Mr. Calkins has a squirt gun, be afraid and run.
Ashley's younger cousin, Brandon, is the son of Brett and Melissa States. Brandon's most memorable high school moment was hitting a walk-off double against Modesto Christian during his junior year of baseball. He also loves spending time doing pretty much everything there is to do in Ripon with his friends. After graduation, Brandon plans to attend the University of Nebraska to study computer engineering. Brandon would like to thank all the teachers and staff that allowed him to become close to them over the last 4 years. Some teachers that really meant a lot to him are Mr. Calkins, Morty, Ms. Ochoa, Mr. Derrick, and Mr. Patterson. Brandon's advice to Ripon High incoming freshmen is value true friendships. Those are the people that are going to be there for you no matter what, and you never know when you're going to need a helping hand. Brandon is modeling a tuxedo donated by Rossini's.
Elizabeth plans on attending Fresno State, where she plans on swimming, majoring in business marketing, minoring in psychology. Her most memorable high school moment was winning league 3 years in a row and being given this award of Girls Swim MVP her junior year. Elizabeth's favorite pastime is spending time with her friends and family, also exploring new places. She would like to thank her parents, teachers, and coaches for believing in her and pushing her to do her best in everything. Her advice to incoming Ripon High School students is pursue your dreams and make them a reality.
Ty Wells. Ty is the son of Joseph and Sandra Wells. When asked, what is your most memorable moment in high school, Ty said, signing my letter of intent to swim for University of Arizona and having my family, close friends, and my teammates support me when I did it. His favorite pastime is to play cards and play basketball with his friends. Ty would like to thank his family, friends, coaches, teachers, and leadership class for their support through his high school career. His advice to incoming Ripon Indians is to live out your high school experience. Don't have any regrets. Ty is modeling a tuxedo donated by Men's Warehouse.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, no, we'll turn hands forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blame it on my confidence, or blame it on your measurements. Shut down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Now slow it down for me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the class of 2018.
My mama called, see you on TV. Sunset don't change. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hate and say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. They was never friendly, yeah. Now I'm jumping out of Bentley, yeah. And I know I sound dramatic, yeah. But I knew I had to have it, yeah. For the money, I'm a savage, yeah. I be itching like I had it, yeah. I'm surrounded 20 bags, yeah. But they didn't know me last year, yeah. Everyone wanna act like they important, but all that mean nothing when I saw my door, yeah. Everyone counting on me, drop the ball, yeah. Everything custom like I'm at the bottom, yeah. If you win it, put your lighters to the sky. How could it all make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with it.
Let's give it up one last time for all of our senior models.
My mama called, see you on TV. Sunset don't change. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I will be nothing. Now they always say congratulations.